About 6 o'clock, the sound of a motor, collected out of the wide country and narrowed under the trees of the avenue, brought the household out in excitement onto the steps. Up among the beeches, a thin iron gate twanged. The car slid out from a net of shadow, down the slope to the house. Behind the flashing windscreen, Mr. and Mrs. Montmorency produced, arms waving and a wild escape to the wind of her mauve motor veil, an agitation of greeting. They were long-promised visitors. They exclaimed, Sir Richard and Lady Naylor exclaimed and signalled. No one spoke yet. It was a moment of happiness, of perfection. In those days, girls wore crisp white skirts and transparent blouses clotted with white flowers. Ribbons, threaded through with a view to appearance, appeared over their shoulders. So that Lois stood at the top of the steps, looking cool and fresh. She knew how fresh she must look, like other young girls, and clasping her elbows tightly behind her back, tried hard to conceal her embarrassment. The dogs came pattering out from the hall and stood beside her. Above, the vast facade of the house stared coldly over its mounting lawns. She wished she could freeze the moment and keep it always. But as the car approached, as it stopped, she stooped down and patted one of the dogs. As the car drew up, the Montmorencys unwound from their rugs. They stood shaking hands and laughing in the yellow, theatrical sunshine. They had motored over from Carlow. Two toppling waves of excitement crashed and mingled. For moments, everybody was inaudible. Mrs. Montmorency looked up the steps. "And this is the niece," she exclaimed with delight. "Aren't we dusty?" she added, as Lois said nothing. "Aren't we too terribly dusty?" And a tired look came down at the back of her eyes at the thought of how dusty she was. "She's left school now," said Sir Richard proudly. "I don't think I should have known you," said Mr. Montmorency, who had not seen Lois since she was 10 and evidently preferred children. "Oh, I think she's the image of Laura. But we have tea waiting. Are you really sure now you've had tea?" "Danielstown's looking lovely, lovely. One sees more from the upper avenue. Didn't you clear some trees? The wind had 3 of the ashes. You came quite safe. No trouble. Nobody at the crossroads. Nobody stopped you." "And are you sure now about tea?" continued Lady Naylor. "After all that, look, it's coming up now. No, Francie, don't be ridiculous. Come in now, both of you." They swept in. Their exclamations constricted suddenly, filling the hall. There was so much to say after 12 years. They all seemed powerless. Lois hesitated, went in after them and, as nobody noticed, came out again. The car with the luggage turned and went round to the back, deeply scoring the gravel. She yawned and looked out over the sweep to the lawn beyond, where little tufts of shadow pricked like reeds from water out of the flat gold light. Beyond the sunk fence, 6 Kerry cows followed each other across with wading steps and stood under a lime tree. All the way up the house, the windows were open. Light came diagonally from window to window through corner rooms. 2 stories up, she could have heard a curtain rustle, but the mansion piled itself up in silence over the Montmorencys' voices. She yawned with reaction. It was simply the Montmorencys who had come, whom all day one had been expecting. Yet she had been unable to read, had scattered unfinished letters over her table, done the flowers atrociously. Sweet peas had spun and quivered between her fingers from their very importance.